GameStop 179.16, volume now 780,000. Over at AMC, up 44 cents to 11.94. It's approaching $12 a share. I'm really happy to see this. For those of you out there who have an $11, $12, $13, $14 average price, I'm really pleased to see you getting closer and closer to salvation on AMC. Volume 3.4 million so far. Hopefully it'll keep on going for you. Over at Microvision, it's down 67 cents, 25.77 on 18 million opening trade. So we'll see what happens with that. Again, it could have a down dip at the beginning and then take a shot. That's entirely possible, but we'll see what goes on there. Fifth Wheel down 2 cents to 10.61. Coinbase at 304.80, down 26 cents. GameStop now 179.75 with a volume of 894,000 shares. That's where we're looking at it. 180.39 just popped up again. AMC now $12, up 50 cents. Good news. Vector Acquisition up 8 cents to 10.78. NavSite unchanged. Social Capital IPOE up 33 cents to 17.01. Gore Holdings going up again, 13.74, up 24 cents. Virgin Group down 2 cents. Starboard unchanged. Fortress up 3 cents to 9.99. Vanik Vectors up 9 cents. Home Depot up $1.41. IBM down 12 cents. Dow down 16 points. Microsoft down $1. Apple down up 11 cents. Tesla down $20 to 7.17. Tesla opened at around 7.20. I don't know if that opening is accurate. Down to 7.15. Now it's 7.17 on 2.4 million volume. Let's see how that reacts in the first hour as well. Bed Bath & Beyond 26.40, up 55 cents. Just can't get back to 30. BlackBerry 9.08, down 2 cents. Other stocks, Royal Caribbean down 18 cents. Norwegian down 22. Carnival down 14 cents. JP Morgan up 29 cents right now. Costco down $1.12. Walmart up 2 cents. Amazon up $40 to 34.49. Rumor on Amazon is a possible split on the stock. This is now beginning to circulate around the street. No idea if it's real, no idea if it's going to happen, but there's just rumors about Amazon possibly splitting, and the rumor is 5 for 1, which still means it's about a $700 stock after the split. You're not helping a lot of retail investors get into this company. If they were to do a 10 for 1, you'd be down to $345 a share, $345 a share. Still, to buy 100 shares for most people, $345 a piece, a bit too far of a reach. But it would make a big difference. Anyone with 10 shares now would have 100 shares, and they could write options. That would make a big difference in the option market for Amazon and could run that market nicely. But I don't know what the deal is, and I don't know if it's official. This is just rumors, and right now we have nothing to substantiate that this will even happen. Maybe it's wishful thinking. All right, that's Amazon. Cisco down 13 cents. NVIDIA up 7.44. Goldman Sachs up 2.29. Disney up $1.30 to 185. Facebook up $2 to 305. eBay up 72 cents. Twitter up $1.39. American Airlines down 12 cents. Google up $3.12. They come up with their financials tonight. That would be Alphabet Corp at $2,300 a share. Will they announce a stock split? Nobody knows. If they did, the street would be caught unawares. Netflix down at 25 cents to 5.10. Dead water on that stock right now. I don't see that stock having a run for a long time. Management has thrown in the towel about its future. They would rather buy their stock back than invest in the company or give out a dividend to the shareholders. I'd avoid Netflix right now. Snowflake down is up $3.47 a share. DraftKings up $1.45, up to 60. Moderna up $5. Workday up $2.40. DoorDash up $5. Airbnb up $2.50. Micron up $2. Intel sitting at $58.50. The week that was, they were in the $64 range, $63 range, dropped down into this lower, $58 range, and they're still there. 13 times earnings is what this stock is trading at. As a long-term investment, I'd buy this. As a long-term, for at least a year, I'd be buying this. But it's up to you to decide for yourselves what you want to do with your investment dollars. All right. We've got GameStop at 183.33. We're now at 184.31. It is gaining more momentum, getting stronger. And we have a volume now of 1.25 million shares. So whatever kind of If there was any attack planned, it didn't happen. There was no major sell-off detected, and there is buying coming in. The question is, who is buying and why? Are the buys for what I suspect might be going on here, shorters beginning to worry about the fact that this stock just does not fall back, and they're now sitting on $900+ million in cash with no debt? What are we shorting this thing for, is what they've got to be asking themselves. But you're not going to get an unbiased opinion from certain entities out there, including CNBC. So, folks, we have to follow it on our own. 184.56 on GameStop. This is an up move here. This is about the high, 184.99. It looks like it just touched it. There it is right now. It's right back to 184.99. It might go through it. Yeah, 185 like butter. Just went through it. 185.02 just went through 185. And the stock now has little resistance to the 190 level, I would guess, at this moment in time. How high can the shares go? How fast? It's all mystery, but I will say that having survived now the first 8 minutes with no real resistance and a volume already of 1.3 million, I kind of get the impression that this thing has, unless there's an attack coming, this thing is on its way to 190 plus. 186.30 right now and 186.76 on GameStop. Welcome one, welcome all. Hope you're having fun watching everything. Let's see if there's any other comments going on. Let's see what is happening. Aaron is saying that 700,000 shares borrowed to short this morning. Bruce, we need to be ready. I think they need to attack, but the shares got snapped up. Bruce, you look at candles on GameStop, there was an attack, just didn't work. It just didn't work at all. And I licked my finger and holding the air, just like any pirate. I'm brave. Fast recovery, 187.64 now on GameStop. 187.64 on GameStop. Moving higher. Okay. Stock Markets with Bruce from Erico. Bruce, how would GameStop be bought back from an over-leveraged scenario if there's 150 million people who all do not want to give up their stock? I mean, how's this going to happen? Well, that's just it. Everyone has a price. And in theory, what could be happening is there are short sellers getting out, but there are new short sellers selling to them to replace them. And that could be happening too. It could be, though, that there are investors out there who have 5,000 shares and they bought them at $140, $150 in the last little while. And they're offering 1,000 right now at this level and holding 4,000. And if it goes to 200, 210, they'll offer another 1,000. There's all kinds of activity. There's a lot of trading going on, day trading here right now to kind of give us a lot of this volume. So we have to keep that in mind. 1.66 million shares. Heavy volume for GameStop will bring more volume into the stock and more volatility. So keep your hat on your head nice and tight because it's going to get windy. 186.80 with a 188 high trade so far on GameStop. This will be it'll test a few resistance points, no question about it. And there could well be on the sidelines hedge funds just waiting for their moment, waiting for a chance. When they see a little bit of weakness, a little bit of a calming down, they might come in and attack the stock. But here at 185, whatever, it's not happening, at least doesn't appear to be happening at the moment. On Microvision, we're down $2.64 a share to $23.80 on 28 million shares. I wonder if this is a first hour dip and then a recovery, or is it over? I do not know on Microvision. I just cannot tell you. On the fifth wall, the SPAC 1067. In the pre-market, it was down 30 cents. It is up 4 cents from yesterday on only 6,500 shares. There is no selling on fifth wall at all, and it is higher. It's quite amazing to watch that. Coinbase 304 down 17 cents. GameStop 184.40. AMC now 11.80. Had hit 12, got to 12.22. A volume of 9.1 million on AMC. Vector Acquisition up 4 cents. NAV site unchanged. IPOE up 47 cents to 17.15. Gores Holdings 13.86 up 36 cents. Very, very good market there. All right, the Dow is down 84. S&P is down 5. NASDAQ down 8. Markets are near all-time record highs. We have the Biden speech tomorrow in front of the Congress. We have earnings coming out tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday for a whole bunch of companies, including the big FANG companies. We're going to watch that closely and see where we're at. GameStop under a bit of pressure now, 182.36. There's a bit of a sell wave coming in. It touched 188 just 5 minutes ago. Watch for this. Keep an eye on these attacks or swings. 1.9 million volume now at 181.56 on GameStop. See what this momentum will do and how it all plays out. All right, continuing on. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning, joining with me, hanging in here, watching the show. Who knows what's going to happen next? We have MP Sommer. What if someone borrowed shares and instead of selling, they just held for a while? Wouldn't this remove the ability of others to short those shares? Interesting comment. It makes no difference. It really makes not much of a difference, unless we're talking about 10 or 20 million shares. But if it's only 10,000 shares, 50,000 shares, not gonna matter much. But that's an interesting thought. What about? I think that a lot of shares are being shorted by people out there artificially. They are shorting the stock by writing naked calls. They're issuing those calls at out of the money prices, thinking that I'll write 200s that expire next Friday maybe, and I'll issue 1,000 of them, and I'm on the hook for 100,000 shares. But you know what? At 200 a share, I don't think they're going to go there. And lo and behold, let's say they do go to 220, and all of a sudden, oops, we're upside down. That means there's a shortage of stock. Stock's been shorted, and it's $20 out of the money. The option player could just buy the contracts back and get out from under the obligation, and of course lose money on the option trade. Turn around and reposition themselves with a $250 call option and write a gazillion of those. So there are those who play that game and eventually try to win. They try to catch a high price. They write contracts. They see the stock back off $20-$30 a share, and then they score a gain on their naked positions. Of course, anyone who's writing thousands of call contracts in the last week at 140, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, they're now upside down. The shares have gone beyond. They're at 180.20 right now. They've gone into the money. And the question is, the option holders, will they call the options? Will they call in their shares at 160 or 150 because they're short in the open market? And maybe they shorted at 180 in the open market. They bought 150 calls. Now they're in the money. They're going to cover up and try to be flat, and all kinds of wheeling and dealing. Pluses and minuses will be calculated later, but we just want to be flat. Who knows? Then, of course, that puts the onus on the writer of the contracts to buy stock, to deliver the stock. And around goes this wheel of where are these shares coming from, and who needs what and why and for what purpose. And how many brokerage firms have allowed shorters to sell stock on a promise to deliver from option exercising options through the same brokerage firm? Maybe there are tens and tens of millions of shares that are failure to deliver status that are technically covered through the options market, but in reality, the options writers are naked, and that's where the gamma squeeze will come from on top of everything else. I don't know. 179.62 on GameStop, 178.57 on GameStop. It is being hit, and it's being hit quickly by sell orders that are not waiting for buyers to come in and buy it. We have 2.2 million traded, almost 2.3 now, and we're at the low of the day, 179 on the stock, 178.20 now on GameStop. So there is a wave of selling. It's down $10 in 10 minutes, if that, maybe 8 minutes, down $10. Obviously, someone is in a hurry to drop stock as quickly as they can, as fast as they can, as to a low a price as humanly possible. Question is, how many bullets have they got in their chamber before they run out of stock? Can they sell 1 million shares, 300,000 shares, 800,000 shares, 2 million shares? We don't know until it's over. 178.12 right now on GameStop. These kinds of attacks are usually short-lived, and they generally will happen with a snapback the other direction. And sometimes the snapbacks are higher than where the stock came from in the first place to really make it sting for these shorters. I don't know. 180 right now on the stock. We're jumping around a little bit here. on some volume. Dan, thank you for the donation here. The battle isn't over. USA will donate more. Dan, thank you for this donation. I think today's largest donation has been $10, and I appreciate all of you who've been making donations today. I don't mind the competition one darn bit. Thank you for these for all these donations you make to my channel, everybody. Jen and I do appreciate it. We shake our heads in amazement. We love it. GameStop 179.78, 180.17. Volume now is approximately 2.4 million shares. We may have seen the end of the sell attack, because we now seem to be up over 180 again, 180.47. The shares did get down to 178. They've come back 250 already, and they're now at 180.71. They're going higher. So most interesting to see what's going on here. Can you explain a call and put conversions that is used to drive down the price? Other YouTubers explained it, but I don't get it. Plain English, please. Call and put conversions. Not quite sure what that actually means. Buying and selling call and put options will not move a market. You're actually buying an instrument that is going to be reflecting the actual stock itself. So just because you own calls or write calls, or you own puts or you write puts, you're not going to affect the market in any real way. The stock market doesn't care how many options are trading over here and how many open interest levels there are. The stock market concerns itself with the stock itself. 179.09 right now, by the way, on GameStop. How many buyers and sellers are there and at any one time? And is it more buying than selling, or more selling than buying? And what kind of a hurry are people in? Are buyers in a real hurry to get in, or are sellers in a hurry to get out? Because that is how a stock moves. 178.80, we're going down again on GameStop, another little run coming in. The contracts will reflect this movement in their pricing based on this. Now, it's true. If you own a bunch of call contracts and they're at $150 exercise price and they expire this Friday, and the shares are going to close on Friday at 180 a share, right on this level, you've got a couple of decisions to make. You either sell your contracts for whatever you can get for them, which should be $30 or more, because they're in the money, $30 each. That's $3,000 a contract, by the way. Or you exercise your stock, and maybe you want to exercise your stock contract. You want to exercise the contract to get call the shares in. You want to call the stock because you are short paper to brokerage firms or all over the street. And maybe you're short 1 million shares that you shorted at 200 a share, 250 a share, at 50 a share. I don't know what price you shorted it at, but you shorted stock. And you want to get out from underneath the short position. And one way out for you is to just exercise call options instead of going into the open market and buying the stock. And so you're forcing someone else to buy it for you by exercising a call contract, or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 contracts, or you're exercising 1,000 contracts of 5 different contracts, 150s, 155s, 160s, 165, and so on. And you're creating havoc in Chicago because the naked option writer, which is usually a market maker, will now have to buy stock of GameStop to cover their short position. And depending on how many millions we're talking about, or how many hundreds of thousands, it might move the market. That's one way the options market can affect things. Conversions. It's not, like I said earlier, it is not a contract in existence that you hold a contract will not move a stock, but what you do with the contract might move the market. And I'll just leave it at that. That's a very simple, easy explanation, and I won't go any more detail than that. I'm not an option specialist in the deepest sense. I don't talk about strategies, about spreads and bull spreads and all kinds of other terminology. I've just never been into that. I'm more of a buy and sell kind of guy. All right, Ashley, I just executed my daily buy on GameStop at 178.46. Thanks for the stock. 178. It's now at 180.48. Already in the money. $2 a share. I want hedge funds to donate to me. Good luck. Charm says, Bruce, if they let us have the squeeze in January, I would have had 4 shares and would be happy with 1,000 each. Now I have 30 shares and I'm out for blood. Okay, I like that. I like the sound of that. Yes, now go to 1,000 a share. I want 30 grand from you guys. Exactly. A transfer of wealth in whatever level can work for all of us. Exactly. Very good. Very, very good. All right. I will not sell. I will not sell. I will not sell. Let's see. I just got my first vaccine shot. Maybe that'll help GameStop. Well, congratulations. I like to dilute 2 hits of blotter on a 1 ounce dropper and drop a couple of drops in the morning. Good luck to you. Let's see, Olivia. I'm not a fan of micro dosing. I get literally a little out of it. Laugh out loud. No. Let's see what else is going on. I will not sell. Let's see what else is coming on here. I want $1 million. I want $1 million a share. That's $30 million, please. There you go. Bruce, Uncle Bruce, you sound so evil when when you were saying coming up for blood. Have you ever seen Jim Cramer's video explaining how hedge funds manipulate the market and how he encourages it? I've seen videos like this. I did lots of microdosing in the 80s. Okay, moving on. Uncle Bruce, GameStop should acquire Newegg. PC sales would go through the roof and to the moon for that market of GameStop users. Well, you never know. You never know what's in the plans. Do not put anything past Mr. Cohen and his team. And it could well be that the CEO they're looking for is experienced in takeovers. Maybe they're looking for a CEO that is an expert in mergers and acquisitions, along with e-commerce. There could well be a team of people coming in that will help transform this company in ways you and I have not even talked about yet. That could be going on. Very interesting. You're looking kind of cute in that black sweater. Well, this is my sweatshirt from my group cruise that never happened. We had a group cruise planned on with Traveling with Bruce back in December on the Harmony of the Seas. We're going to be on a 1-week cruise, and we were going to do Coco Cay and what was it, St. Kitts, and we were going to have fun. Never happened, so we'll have a group cruise another time, and I'll let you know when. We'll see what's going on. I just freaked out, and I bought more, says Bill Allen. Let's see. John Van, dream big, for we are dreamers. I'll start thinking about the sell word, the S word, around 1,300 share. I'll talk about you. I'll talk about selling around that level. 180.35 on GameStop right now. We're jumping around this 178 to 180 neighborhood right now, trying to see if there's any more of a sell attack coming on the stock. 2.7 million traded now in the morning. It has been 25 minutes, and so we're much higher in volume than we have been lately. And that's where we're at, 180.53 on GameStop. High of the day so far, 188. All right. Tarboy Worldwide. Tarboys Worldwide has become the latest, greatest member of this channel. Thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate you coming on board with all of us. Welcome, all of you. 180.20, up 11.27 on the stock. We're up. We're down now 3.29 on Microvision at 23.15. Dropped to a low of 22.31. It has recovered about 80 cents from its low about on 44 million. Is it possible that Microvision has hit the low of the morning and now will bounce from here, or is it just going to consolidate a while before it does anything, or will it just go lower? I do not know. This is one of those stocks that had a good pre-market up to $30 a share, now at 22.23. I just don't know. GameStop 179.52, where we're at. AMC now 11.83, trying to get back to $12. Vector is up 3 cents. Social Capital up 38 to 17.06, and Gore holding up 22 cents to 13.72. The Dow Jones down 50 points, and it has been as low as 870. So it was as low as 110 points on the down dip. Now sitting down only 50. So it has recovered substantially from its opening lows. That could also be the first, sort of slide for the day, and now consolidation from here. I do not know. We'll see. We'll be here to watch it. Thank you, everybody. The battle isn't over. The USA will donate more money, says Dan. Bruce, you have larger donators from America than from Europe, and so you just hang in there and enjoy. Jesse, can you explain the call and put conversions? We've done it. We've tried to do it. We're going to move on with new comments and get closer here to up to the minute. And let's see, if ARK decided to buy GameStop, that would boost us. Well, I think that if they were to do it, they would need more evidence of the CEO and the plans for the company. And they want to see the first quarter financials. They'd want to know that, oh, these guys really are making more money. They really can do stuff. It might well be that you might not attract certain kind of entities to invest in you until you have maybe done an acquisition or two and you really change the look of your corporation. Anything is possible. 177.20 on GameStop. We are near the low of the day. 166.55 was the low. Another attack is coming in. It's getting hit with stock at 2.9 million volume now. Watching the shares. How low will they go on this run right now? 199 last night in the aftermarket was the high. There could have been shorting there, and they're covering it here. I don't know. On the other hand, if you are a hedge fund and you are underwater by $500 million on this stock, you're going to attack it with everything you've got to protect your company. And maybe that's what's going on. I can't speak for these guys. I can only speculate from where I'm sitting. And that's all I can tell you. Let's see what's happening. Thank you, everybody, for popping in and saying hello. And these attacks are real, says Apom. And let's see what happens. Bertie, I ate my cinnamon bagel with 5 melted crayons. 177.03 on GameStop. 176.55 is the low trade of the day. We're about $1 away from the low. 2.94 million traded. What will it do all morning long? Let's see what's going on. $23 on Microvision, down 344. Low of the day, 22.31. Not yet recovering in any meaningful way. 22.99 on that stock right now. 47 million traded. Even with 47 million volume, that stock is not going higher. That stock is under pressure. People trying to get out. More getting out than getting in, obviously, because it's a lower price. But there are bottom feeders thinking maybe this is the bottom at 22.90 or something. We'll pick this off here and then take a run up past 30. Do not know if that's going to happen. I don't know why it would happen, and I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, other than there's a lot of speculation from the Reddit crowd on Microvision. Without a doubt, there's a ton of speculation. Coinbase down $1.13 to 303. GameStop 176.15. That is a new low. 176 right now, a new low. We are under some pressure on 3 million volume right now. The stock is at its low point of 176 just a moment ago. 176.97. Let's see what it wants to do. All right. The Dow down 57. S&P down 7. NASDAQ down 41. Cheers to all of you from Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you for supporting my channel on Redbubble, picking up these items. I appreciate it. Some of you have been picking up items from Traveling with Bruce as well, which is fabulous. Jen and I thank you. We have some new cups available. And T-shirts and other designs. There's some new logos out there. Check these out if you can. And if you like something, grab it. And thank you all for your support of this channel. Jennifer and I, thank you very, very much. It's not easy keeping that gal looking that good. It's rather expensive, so I appreciate all your help. All right, what's going on? Just saying thank you, Bruce. 27, married. I might get to have my first vacation soon. She deserves it. That is good stuff. I am pleased to hear that. Fantastic. We all need a vacation. Oh gosh, do I need a vacation? Last call for tickets to the moon. 175.97 at the new low right now on GameStop. 175.97. This is the low of the day here on 3+ million shares. How low will it go, or will it bounce, and where to? I do not know. We're here to watch it. Buy time is here. They're saying we might be dipping here. I don't know. Bruce, my wife bought me bagels with a Bruce mug from Amazon. Is it a fake? Oh, my gosh. Maybe if you bought through Amazon, it's not through me. Only Redbubble, through my Redbubble store. Is it real? But you got to do what you got to do. There are people out there who are taking advantage of this channel, trying to cash in on its momentum. What can I say? Buy the dip, folks are saying, just so they can see their unique plays. Just my opinion. Interesting. Let's see what's happening. Bruce, that is a lie. Jen's beauty is effortless. Oh, thank you very much. She'll like that. Why the face? I leave and this happens. And we're at 176.47 right now on the stock of GameStop. 176.47. Low of the day, 175.54. Volume 3.1 million. Okay. we will find out if there's a continued selling wave or whether the shares will rebound again. Time will tell.